What's going on, nation? Vape here, and welcome. Yes, Saturday, that means one thing. Juice review. Yes, today I have four flavors. Actually, it's a whole line. It's called the Dripping donuts, and those ones were sent to me for the purpose of this review by Vape Monster UK. Who is Vape Monster UK? Well, it's a UK store, okay, that you're gonna find everything you need. You're gonna have Nick Salt, short fields, vape kits, vape tags, everything you need. And one good thing they have, £20 if you spend £20 on store, free delivery. That's really low for free delivery. I like that. So they're gonna have a lot of other lines in there, okay? They have this line, the dripping donut, but they're gonna have a lot of juice going on in there. So I definitely recommend to go there and have a check, have a look. Go also on social media, show them some love. So let's start. I love to try new juices. Today we're gonna be on the Gen S. Look how beautiful this guy is. Ooh. Gen S. The first tank that we have here is gonna be the Reload X. Okay, and the other ones, the goons, like always. We're gonna start with the apple caramel. Okay, look at this, beautiful. So this is gonna be VG70 PG30, 50 ml. If you buy the Nick shot separately, or if you have the Nick shot, you put your 10 ml. That's gonna be 60. Now, for this bottle right here, 50 ml, I think with our Nick shot is gonna cost you $9.99. And if you want the 100 mils, that's going to be 120 after the Nick shots. It's going to cost you £15. That's cheap, isn't it? That's very, very cheap. So let's have a look at this one. Apple and caramel. Now I couldn't find any profiles for this, so I'm going to try to be the most accurate I can. Yeah, I can smell a fresh green apple and a little bit of caramel on the back. Okay, let's have a smell. Oh, that changes a lot, to be honest. The vapor smells more like a warm caramel apple. Ooh, I think this thing's gonna be tasteful. Here we go. So, we're gonna have Reload X airflow wide open on this one. 58 watts, reading 0.14. Let's have it. Oh yeah. Okay, so when I did smell that green apple, sometimes it can be a bit sour, and when you vape, that sourness is not gonna be that good, but it's actually more like, how can I explain? It's like a warm caramel apple, It is definitely a green apple, but it's not very, very sour. You get that apple on the... Yeah, definitely apple on the egg inhale. And then when you have it on your mouth, you can feel the caramel, around it. And then on exhale, you feel a little bit, tiny bit of the sourness of the green apple. It is definitely a very good one. Oh yeah, it's very sweet on the inhale. Then you get that green apple, and then the sourness is very balanced. Very, very tasteful. And it's not very strong on your face. I like this one. This one is pretty damn good. Yeah, definitely a good one. Now, one thing I didn't mention, I have my door open. Yes, that is to help to clear a little bit of the vapor. Especially, we're gonna try 4 flavors in here. Sometimes it gets very, very cloudy. So let's jump on the next one. Okay, so the next one is going to be the raspberry jam, a nice pink label right here. So all of this should be, obviously donuts. Okay, you're going to have an apple caramel, a raspberry jam, you're going to have a custard and cherry caramel. So they're all supposed to have that caramel in there. So that's why I was feeling that warm apple caramel is the pastry in there, and I completely forgot that it was a donut. So okay, this one I can smell the raspberry. So Goon 1.5. Yeah, smell that. Oh yeah, I can feel that raspberry jam, and then that warmness is the donut. it is definitely the donut. So Goon 1.5, we're gonna close a quarter of the airflow, reading 0.14, 58 watts. Let's have it. I have a little bit too much airflow. I need to close a little bit more. Still about a quarter, but a little bit more. Okay, this one is very, very subtle, not very, very strong. I can feel the raspberry on the inhale, then obviously all that warmness of the donut in there. It is a raspberry jam donut, you know. It tastes more like, not the donuts, you know, with a hole in there, but more the donuts that is the full ball, and we call a ball from Berlin in Portugal, and it has jam in the middle. Oh, that thing is tasteful, yeah. This one very very subtle. It's not very very strong. I wish you had a little bit more flavor. Now keep in mind, I'm not trying this with nicotine in them, so that might help a little bit more, but it is definitely a raspberry jammy donut. You can feel the raspberry jam going on an inhale, then you got all that warmness, the pastry in there. Pretty damn good, very balanced. It's not too strong, it's nice. I like this one. Let's jump on the next one. Okay, so next one is gonna be the custard. So I presume it's gonna be a normal donut, custard donut. I love custard donuts. I can smell a little bit of the custard, not very very strong on the smell. Yeah, let's vapor, smell the vapor. Oh yes, I feel that custard in there, and I definitely smell the pastry on this one. Ooh, this one changes a lot. Alright, so Goon 25 mil, quarter of the airflow close, reading 0.15, 58 watts. Let's have it. Ooh. Okay, now I had only one. I was running on single coil. I thought it was not enough airflow. So there we go. Now I'm running in dual coil. Yeah, I can feel more flavor now. So it's a custard donut. You know, you get that custard on the inhale, and then when it reaches your mouth, you got that custard donut in there. Exhale really feels more like the pastry on the not exhale on the aftertaste. It's more like the pastry in there. It is very subtle and they're not very very strong. I wouldn't say they are like a really really top shelf Eliquid, but they are definitely good for the price that they cost, believe me. Oh, it's good. Definitely good. It is very balanced, to be honest. All the flavor is very balanced. Not really in your face. It is. They are very subtle. They're not very very strong in flavor. I think they're not gonna be too bad for the coils. You know, they're not gonna be all that gunk that you get on the coils because they are very very subtle. But they taste like they're supposed to taste. Listen, if you like custard donuts, you're definitely gonna like this one. So, next one and last one, I am a little bit nervous. Now, if you know me by now, I'm not a big fan of sherry, okay? I think I had, was on the Tenchi e-liquids, that was one with cherry that I was very, very afraid. You know, in the past I had, when I started to vape sherry, that didn't went very, very well. So now, I am afraid of sherry, and this one is sherry and caramel. Okay, now the good thing is it has caramel in there, so like the Tenchi was a lot of other flavors, and I couldn't really feel the sherry in there, or it was not that strong. So I end up to kind of like the liquid. I hope this one is kind of same. I feel more the caramel. I can smell way more the caramel in here. This is the OG Goon. Okay, let's see the vapor. Ooh, ooh. what? It smells pretty damn good. That cherry really pops on the pastry as well. I hope I like. Listen, guys, if I don't like it, has nothing to do with the liquid because I taste the other three and I know they're good. It's gonna be because I'm not a big fan on cherry in vape. I love the fruit, I just don't like it in vape. So, OG Goon, reading 0.15, 58 watts, a quarter of the airflow close. Let's have it. Ooh, yeah. You taste the sherry. Definitely. You can taste the pastry, okay, but it is the sherry straight away. Not a big fan of sherry in vapes, you know. And that's not the fault of the liquid. That's me. I just can't taste it. Before I couldn't taste anything with milk or coffee because I had a bad experience as well. Then I kind of start to move on. I hope I can move on cherry because I definitely like the fruit. It's just I have a bad experience with Eliquid on the past. It was very very bad. This one is not that bad, but I can feel the sherry and I feel a bit uncomfortable. But the pastry kind of wraps around. I think you even can feel more the pastry on the inhale is more on the exhale that the and the aftertaste that the sherry is there. Look, if you love sherries, you're gonna love it. For me, it is that kind of stuff that the sherry really, but it's not that bad. For a person who don't like sherry in his vapes, it's actually not a bad e-liquid to be honest. It's kind of a sweet sherry, so that's a good thing for me. And that's a liquid that actually I gonna vape, okay? So even though I'm not a big fan of sherry, it's not a liquid that I gonna vape all day, but it's that kind of e-liquid maybe after coffee or something like that I'm gonna have a few vapes and kind of enjoy it. I still gonna vape it. So for a person who don't like sherry in their vapes, if I like this one, that has to tell you a lot, you know, that has to tell you, okay, it has to be very, very good. And it is good. It is very, very good. You can feel inhale, pastry, a little bit of sherry is more on the exhale and aftertaste that you feel that cherry. But the pastry is very good in this liquid. It's no overkill. You can feel everything there. I like it. It's a warm sherry, sweet warm sherry, so it's not that bad. You know what? More that I vape, more I start to like it even more. It's pretty damn good. You can taste the sherry, but at the beginning it's almost like a strawberry. It's on the aftertaste that you start to feel, this is actually sherry. And that's it, that was the last one. Now, normally I go from the one I like the most to the one I like the less. I think that is not really fair on the liquids. So I'm just gonna pick it up, the one I love the most, and I have to say that has to be the apple caramel. Now I'm a big fan of apple pie and stuff like that, so the apple caramel donut is definitely my favorite one. But if I had to rate all of them, they are very, very good. Even the cherry. So I recommend to go on their store, vapemonster.co.uk. Go there, they have everything you need, and you only have to spend £20 for free delivery. I think it's pretty damn good. So we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to join my Patreon, the link is gonna be down below. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Till then, keep vaping.